cards ready to roll. Qualifier number 1, Versatile Trailer Sales Renegades takes the green flag as we kick off another Saturday night short track racing action at the Big A. And as they run side by side through turn number 1, Josh Terry from the outside takes the lead. The 51 not really reaching full power off turn number 2. He's sliding backwards. Keith O'Neill was able to move to the inside. 3-wide move going to the far outside of the racetrack, working the rim is Lonnie Rivers in car number 7 as he takes it right up against the wall off turn number 4. Black flag is out on the 3 car of Dave Drake. Out front, here comes Dave Raptoy in the 21, trying to take the lead off turn number 2. And lurking on his back bumper is the 1 of Cody Benoit. Benoit stays in line down on the inside. He finished second last Saturday night. In the previous 2 weeks before that, back-to-back victories for that number 1 car. He's running second now, looks to the outside of Dave Raptoy's number 21. Off turn number 2. Oh, there goes Lonnie Rivers for a wild ride. The 2-time defending track champion off the top of turn number 2, and he's going to lose several spots. He goes almost all the way to the back of the pack. A rough ride for Lonnie Rivers, and we don't see that too often. Again, that car is loose going up to the top of turn number 4. Lonnie Rivers tries to get the car pointed in the right direction. Josh Terry's off the pace with a 43. He goes off the top of turn 2. He's going to take a right and head back towards the grandstand, back to the garage area rather, as well as the 51 of Freeman Sawyer also heading back to the pits. Out front, it's the 21 of Dave Raptoy, the 1 of Cody Benoit. They're side by side in the stripe, and they're side by side off turn number 2, running down the backstretch. Benoit sticks the nose out in front for the top spot. Here comes Dave Raptoy back after him on the inside. Cody Benoit, 2 wins in 2010, working the outside. Coming off turn number 4, down to the stripe, he's the new leader. Cody Benoit's got the lead in the 1. Dave Raptoy runs in the 2nd spot. Keith O'Neill keeping an eye on him in that 3rd position as they run side by side out front. And it's a good gap back to the 61 of Dan Dubuque, who is in the 4th spot. 2 laps to go this time for the 1 of Cody Benoit. Dave Raptoy not going away without a fight. He still lurks down on the inside. 2 to go. Benoit running the middle line through turns 1 and 2. Raptoy pinned down on the inside. Benoit gets a good run off turn 2, trying to clear Raptoy so he can run whatever line he wants to around the racetrack. Still working through the middle now, trying to get it down to the inside. Raptoy's still there, though. Here comes the 21 back after him with the white flag out. Cody Benoit maintaining about a half-car length advantage over the 21 of Dave Raptoy. Off turn 2, a good line for Benoit that time. Smooth off turn 2, and he'll pull away. 2 car lengths into 3 and 4. Dave Raptoy trying to close back in on the back bumper, but he is out of time. Checkered flag is out. Cody Benoit gets the victory. Second to Dave Raptoy in the 21. Third goes to Keith O'Neill in the 0. Lonnie Rivers is going to manage a 4th place finish with his number 7. And Dan Dubuque in the 61 will finish 5th, and then it's
and Big Mo rounding out the field, 427 to Timmons. Here they come now through 3, picking up the pace out of 4, looking for the green flag flies. Right away down into turn number 1. A good hustle by Scanlon on the outside of Bond. Side by side still, Scanlon runs out of racing room. Here comes Jeff Locke low, shoots underneath the 88, looking for 2nd position. Meanwhile, Schulich Jr. works the outside past the 51. Side by side off of turn 4. Here comes Locke and Scanlon. That was close. Joey Scanlon almost into the front stretch wall. Hangs on well on the outside again. Runs out of room. Now Jeff Locke on the move in the attack of the 25. Bond hanging on to the point. Locke wants to get by. Here comes Shoot 2 in the 61 and Big Mo in the number 1. Watch those 2 veterans battle wheel to wheel through turn 2. Side by side, we've got a car stalled. And into the pit area, it's a 427 of Timmons off the Speedway. Meanwhile, look at Schulich Jr. Shoot past the 1 of Ordway. Here he comes now underneath the 88. He's not done. Looking for 3rd place is Dave Schulich Jr. Takes over 3rd position from Joey Scanlon. Opens the door for Mike Ordway. Meanwhile, look at the battle up front for the lead between Locke and Bond. There goes Ordway by into 4th. He's got his handicap back. Bond and Locke have a battle of their own going. Schulich wants to get involved. Starts to reel in the top 2, this time by the stripe. 5 laps in, 5 to go of this 10-lapper. A bit of a bobble by Locke. That allows Schulich to pull up right to the rear nose bar. Schulich now puts the pressure on the 37 of Jeff Locke. And here comes the number 1 of Mike Ordway. We've got a 4-car battle for the lead. Locke not done with the 25. He wants to make a move down low. Bond gives him room. They're side by side, and Jeff Locke takes the point. Great move by the driver of the 37. We see some substantial bumps out there. You see the cars hopping around a little bit. I think that's what happened to Bond. lighten the rear end a little bit. Allowed Locke to get a good run. 2 more circuits for your leader, Jeff Locke, and the rest of the field. Locke is starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Has a good race car here today at Airborne Park. White flag flies out of turn number 4. Here comes your leader, Jeff Locke. Bob Bond trying to hang on to second over Dave Schulich. Mike Ordway in the 1, all by himself in the handicap transfer spot. Out of turn number 4 from Raymond, New Hampshire, Jeff Locke. Home for the win, followed by Bobby Bond, Dave Schulich Jr., Big Mo, Mike Ordway, and Joey Scanlon.
13 cars, only 6 will qualify for their handicapped spot. Here they come off turn 4. Green flag is out. Fuster on the inside, McCormick on the outside, and here comes Clark looking to split the middle as they come off the second turn. The 44 drifts up a little bit. That forced McCormick into the bunker, but he's able to get back on track. We got a car spinning off the backstretch. I think that might be the brown turd, yes. Andrew Bordeaux in the 08 has come to a halt, and that will bring out the caution on lap number 1. Here they come. Green flag is out. Good jump once again on the outside by McCormick. Here comes LeVere on the inside. Clark's coming up as well. McCormick sideways in the backstretch. Oh, Fuster gets hit in the side into the bunker. He's off the track. McCormick's involved. Bobby LeVere is involved. And just as we spoke about, 2 of the guys with the worst luck at all are involved in this mishap on the backstretch once again.
Yeah, right.
Speedy Brissett, Jimmy Collins make up row 2, Stone Cold Steve Brissett, and Rick Woodruff row 3. Rick Donor, Jamie LaFountain row 4, Chris Clark at the back. Green flag is out. And this time it's Seymour on the outside who gets a good jump going into turn 2. Archer trying to come right back, but the 357 will grab the lead up the backstretch. Here comes Collins into second. Archer holding on to third, but Speedy Brissett looks to the inside, and he wants to take that third spot away. Rick Donor just flies by the 59 of Stone Cold Steve Brissett. The team cars run in positions 5 and 6. It's a battle for 7th between the LaFountain 20, who now takes 7th and drops Woodruff back to 8th. Not for long. Here comes Clark on the move. He'll take that 8th spot away. 3 wide action into the corner. Look out. Speedy drifts up the track. Gets into the 95 of Donor. Rick's able to hold on to that car.
There's pretty significant contact there on the right front. Be interesting to see if that tire holds up.
Seymour is your leader in the 357 with Collins starting to close in. He's about 2 car lengths behind. And it's 4 car lengths back to Speedy in the 03. Stone Cold Steve has moved into the 4th spot as he now looks to the inside of the 03. Here comes Collins in that 02 looking at an inside move up the backstretch on the 357 of Seymour. Side by side for that number 3 spot off turn 4. Stone Cold on the inside, Speedy on the outside. It's the Brissett Bowl. Speedy now back to 4th as Stone Cold has moved into that number 3 spot. Rick Donor is up to 5th, 6th spot. The final transfer spot goes to the 23 of Larry Archer. Here comes Jimmy Collins looking at the inside of Kurt Seymour. Collins will grab the lead as they come off turn 4 with 1 lap to go. Collins by a nose at the stripe. Seymour trying to come right back. Stone Cold looking for a way by the top 2. Speedy and Rick close in as well. 5 cars within 3 car lengths of each other as we hit into the final lap. 3 wide into turn 3. Seymour on the far outside. Collins in the middle. Stone Cold on the inside. And down the stretch they come. Your winner is Steven Brissett in the 59. 3 across the line for the number 2 spot. Donor on the inside. Collins on the outside. Seymour on the far outside. Speedy Brissett will finish in the 5th spot. 10 Monster Energy Drink Bombers ready to go. Qualifier number 1. They pick it up as they come off turn 4. The green flag is out. Good start on the outside for Brian Caro in the 6. He's going to lead the pack off turn 2 and up the backstretch the first time. Caro is your leader. 3 wide action up the backstretch. Here comes Laporte to challenge for the lead. Myers on the far outside, LaGrave in the middle, Whitney on the inside. That's the battle for the number 2 spot. Josh Josh Laporte grabs the lead away from the 6 car. Quickly on the move outside is the 72 of Curtis LaGrave. He's right alongside the Coro number 6. They battle together for the 2nd spot. The Superstar runs 3rd on the inside. Here comes Scott Richner in the 21. He's going to move up and take the 5th spot. Whitney is back to 6th. Gadway is 7th. Pelkey and Brown battle side by side for the 8th spot. And David Arena can see them all at the back of the pack. Curtis LaGrave gaining ground on the outside of Laporte's 45B. Just a half a car length behind as they hit the midway point. Halfway, and now on the inside, it's Laporte by a car length. LaGrave closing in once again. Myers starts to gradually gain on the top 2. He's just a couple of car lengths behind. Richner's moving up in the 21 as well. 2 laps to go. At the line, LaGrave by a bumper, but Laporte comes right back on the inside. They continue to race together up the backstretch. Cody Myers now just a car length behind, looking for a way by those top 2 as they hit the white flag. 1 to go. LaGrave, Laporte, side by side up the backstretch the final time. Myers runs 3rd, Richner is 4th. The 5th spot, that's Coro now on the outside. Here they come on the outside, LaGrave on the inside, Laporte. Checkered flag is out, and on the outside, Curtis LaGrave to win it. Josh Laporte finishes 2nd. 3rd spot goes to the 75 of Myers. Richner finishes 4th. And 6th spot will go to the 63 of Timmy Gadway.
Still side-by-side racing in the mid-pack. We're approaching the midway point of the race. Lap 11 goes up on the scoreboard. Just 1 caution so far. Joe Warren looking for his first win in 2010. That 2nd place car, Rob Favreau, also looking for his first career victory, let alone 2010 in a Renegade. Here comes the 11. Lance Raptoy trying to fight for the 4th spot, maybe trying to get to the door of Lonnie Rivers around the outside of the racetrack. Good racing for 3rd. Rivers in the 7, Raptoy in the 11. Those 2 cars are the top point cars at Airborne. 2nd place point man Raptoy in the 11. Top point man Rivers in car number 7. They race side by side for the 3rd spot. Separated in points by 18 are the 7 and the 11. And it's the 11 car getting it done on the outside. Lance Raptoy goes to 3rd to the outside of Lonnie Rivers. Rivers back to 4th, and he's got to deal with his teammate now, although Provost got the right side tires off the racetrack. Here comes Kevin Booten after him with a 25. Oh, we got a spin. It's Larry Underwood with a 73 over between turns 3 and 4, trying to get that boat pointed in the right direction, but before he can, we get a yellow. The 60 of Roger LeBounty, the 5 of Mark Carrot, 43 of Josh Terry. Again, slow pace, so they mix it up in the middle of the pack. Now on the hammer, here they come down the front stretch. Racing again, the Personal Trailer Sales Renegades. Just about halfway in this feature event. The 9th event of 2010 for the Renegades. And they are dead even down the backstretch to 3 for the lead. Side by side racing for the point. Rob Favreau works on the outside, taking it right up against the wall, a little bit too high. Lonnie Rivers taking 3 wide along the front stretch. 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Joe Warren leads. Lance Raptoy on the inside has the advantage off turn 2. Lonnie Rivers to 3rd. Rob Favreau's in trouble. Still stuck in that 3rd groove on the outside of the track. Chad Provost is down on the inside. The 25 of Kevin Boot in the middle of the racetrack. Here they come off turn number 4. Favreau continues to slide back. Joe Warren the 13. Lance Raptoy in the 11. Has room to the inside now off turn number 2. Kevin Booten with a tough time in 2. He lost a spot to Keith O'Neill, but here comes Raptoy. Raptoy to the inside of Joe Warren. Has the lead into turn number 4. They come off 4 down the front stretch. Lance Raptoy's the new leader. Raptoy looking for his 2nd win of 2010. Trailing Lonnie Rivers in points by 18. Rivers has lost a position to Chad Provost. Provost, last week's winner, goes to 3rd. Rivers still in the 4th spot. 5th is Keith O'Neill. 6th is Kevin Booten in the 25. Out front, it's Lance Raptoy. He's pulling away. Raptoy made a statement back around lap number 8 when he was able to drive around the outside of Lonnie Rivers. If you can get that car to fly around the number 7 machine, then you've got something underneath you. And that 11 car is pulling away from Joe Warren, who has driven a strong race himself in that second spot. Although sizing him up is Chad Provost with the number 6. Warren works a middle line along the front stretch. Provost a bottom feeder down on the inside. That 6 is hooked. So he looks to the inside down the backstretch into turn number 3. Here comes Chad Provost trying to get to that second spot. Trying to draw even for that second position off turn number 4. Chad Provost down to the stripe has second. Second by about 3 feet. Joe Warren running third with a 13. Fourth is still Lonnie Rivers. Kevin Booten has gone back to 5th. Cody Benoit from dead last up to 6th. 18 laps showing complete. It'll be 19 this time by. The battle for second continues, running side by side. The 6 of Provost and the 13 of Joe Warren. Provost again at the stripe had second by about 3 feet. As they continue to run side by side for second, Lance Raptoy is requesting the check because he is checking out. His lead is now about 8 car lengths off turn number 4. Side by side, they continue to run for the second position, and it's the same margin. On the backstretch, Bob Dragoon with a 36 sideways. He's off in the bunker, and that is going to bring out the third yellow flag of this 25-lap feature event for the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegades. And if they finish this way, he would also take a bite into the points lead built up by car number 7 and Lonnie Rivers. All right, here they come off turn number 4. 5 laps remain. Green flag. Even into turn number 1. Lance Raptoy gets the nose in front over in turn number 2. Here comes Provost back after him on the outside. They're even down the backstretch. Provost sticks the nose out in front to 3. Here comes Raptoy back to the lead on the inside. Seesaw battle for the point. Off turn number 4, Raptoy's got the nose in front. Provost on the outside has the lead at the stripe. Chad Provost had the lead by about 2 feet at the stripe. Lance Raptoy back after him on the inside. Chad Provost draws even again on the outside. The 11 of Raptoy back on the inside. Provost coming back on the outside. Let's see who leads this lap. Here they come off turn number 4. Down the front stretch again to the stripe. That time it looked like the 11 by inches. Although the 6 again was closing, taking advantage of that progressive banking, working right up against the wall. Lonnie Rivers fighting it over with the 7 car. He's back to the 5th spot. The battle continues out front. The 11 has the nose back in front. Here they come off turn number 4. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go for Lance Raptoy. His lead now about a half car length. Provost dives down to the inside. Slingshot move for the 6. Trying to get to the inside of the 11. Couldn't stick. Sliding up the racetrack. Had to get on the binders. The 11 drives away. His lead is 2 car lengths. Here they come off turn number 4. White flag is out for the 11 of Lance Raptoy. Chad Provost, does he have one more trick up his sleeve? Can he chase him down and make something happen? 3 and 4. Here comes Raptoy with the 11 car, working through the middle of the racetrack. Provost closing back up on the back bumper. Here comes the 11 of Lance Raptoy to win it. Provost second, third Warren, 4th Booten, 5th to the 1, 6th to the 21, 7th to Lonnie Rivers, 8th to Big Daddy Don Franklin. Looked like Mark Karen was 9th. But an outstanding finish for the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegades. Side-by-side racing almost throughout that 25-lap feature. 11th, also from Morrisonville, Bryant Trim in the 28. Shotgun on the field. This is the guy to keep your eyes on. 2008 track champion, 4-time winner, the Pistol, Patrick Dupree. Green flag. 12 laps the distance. From the outside of row number 1, the Brandon Bandit, Don Scarborough, goes for the lead. Dupree's got 2 already from the back of the pack. Scarborough leads Jason Bruno out front. Trying to chase him down, the 76 of Mike Wells. Leon Gagnon moving on the outside. Dupree has already put 2 cars behind him as he runs from the back. Boxed in now, diving down to the inside of Andy Haywood. Dupree has passed 3 cars coming from the back of the pack. Out front, it is Scarborough by 3 car lengths. Leon Gagnon closing in on Mike Wells, had to get on the binders. That lost about a half car length. Out front it is Scarborough now leading by 5 off turn number 4. Scarborough leads. Second is the 623 of Bruno. Running third is Mike Wells. 4th is Leon Gagnon. Max Vian lights him up over in turn number 2. Patrick Dupree about to move to the inside. Dupree trying to get to the 6th spot. Racing wheel to wheel for the 6th position. Here comes Pat Dupree to the inside. Getting himself into the top 6, it's Dupree. Out front, it's the Brandon Bandit Scarborough leading by about half the front stretch. Scarborough leads. Bruno in the 623 running in that second spot. The 76 of Mike Wells runs third. Leon Gagnon running fourth. Into the top five is the pistol Patrick Dupree. Dupree with the Saranac Country Store at 24, now running in the fifth spot. Don Scarborough leads by 10 car lengths over Jason Bruno. Third is the 76 of Mike Wells. Here comes the 24 of Dupree to the inside of Leon Gagnon. There goes the 24 of Dupree to fourth, looking for third to the inside of Mike Wells. Wells closes the door into turn number one. Dupree had to get on the binders now. He's mashing the gas off two down the backstretch. He is third. Halfway this time by for the Brandon Bandit, Don Scarborough. Halfway for the 11. Scarborough's lead is half the front stretch over Patrick Dupree, who is third. Now sizing up Jason Bruno. Here comes the 24 to the inside of the 623. Patrick Dupree is second. Now he will begin the chase. 6 laps down. Scarborough does not want a yellow flag. Yellow flag right now would be a disaster for the number 11 car. Out front, Scarborough. Second, Dupree. Third, Bruno. Fourth, Wells. Fifth, Gagnon. Right now, out of the running. It's Scarborough in the 11. It's the 24 of Patrick Dupree trying to chase him down. Scarborough will look at that scoreboard. He knows Dupree is running second, so he is now on it, and he is trying to keep him at bay. It's a half backstretch that Dupree has to make up. Lap number 9 going up on the scoreboard. Don Scarborough continues to show the way. Scarborough maintaining the advantage. Dupree trying to bite into it a little bit. Not having a whole lot of success. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go for the Brandon Bandit, Don Scarborough. Scarborough turning a lap time of 16.617. Dupree 16.387. Dupree faster by about 2/10, but time is running out. Just 1 lap to go. If it were 15 laps, I think Dupree would have a shot at it. Don Scarborough down the backstretch on his way to victory. Here he comes into 3 and 4. It's not going to be enough time for Patrick Dupree. Time is out. The sand has run out of the hourglass. Don Scarborough wins. Second to Patrick Dupree. Finishing third, here they come. It's Jason Bruno. Great job by Bruno, third. Fourth, Mike Wells. Fifth, Leon Gagnon. Sixth, Max Vienne. Seventh, Mike Riel. Eighth, Todd Orsby. Ninth, Craig Riel. 10th to the 46 of Michel Vienne. 11th to Bryant Trim.
So the Brandon Bandit backs the 11 into victory lane. He is the winner of the shootout tonight. Let's go downstairs. Rob Knoll standing by, waiting to talk with our winner. Rob, take it away.
All right, Rick. How about a nice round of applause? Jason Bruno, third in that shootout. Great job by Jason with a 623. Pat tried to chase him down, worked his way through the field, ended up in the second spot. First time this modified has seen competition. This is a new car for the Brandon Bandit. Don Scarborough started on the outside of row number 1. Brings it home first. We talked to him during the practice sessions. There are a couple of issues with the car. Again, it's brand new. Car still wants to go. It's still going along the front stretch. He's climbing out of his car. He's the Brandon Bandit from Brandon, Vermont. Don Scarborough, everybody give him a nice round of applause. He wins the 12-lap dash. We'll get Don over on this side in just a second and get a word with him. Don Scarborough returning to victory lane. It's been a couple of years since that's happened for him here at the Airborne Speedway. You and I talked over after practice, or in the middle of practice back in the garage area. This is a brand new race car for you.
Yeah, it's a new Bicknell car, 2010, that actually I got as a kit car, and that means it's unassembled back in April. And I've been racing 3 nights a week, and of course, racing 3 nights a week didn't leave a lot of spare time to put this together. But we felt that tonight was a good night to maybe bring it out with a little practice 12-lap event and see how it handled. And we got a few motor issues, but apparently, with 12 laps, we can hold off 11 other cars. So I guess we're not complaining yet, anyways.
Well, you had an excellent draw starting on the outside of row number 1, and I think in your mind, you wanted this thing to go as long as possible with green flag laps so that you could get away.
Well, I was watching the scoreboard, of course, and I happened to see a couple numbers there that was moving up through the field, and of course that does concern you. But back to the draw, I want to thank Robbie. I don't know his last name, but the little guy who drew for me. Obviously, this wins for him because he drew me the outside pole.
Well, I know it feels good for you to get back to victory lane here at the Airborne Speedway, and we hope for you and your fans this is a sign of more things to come.
We can only hope.
Congratulations, Don. Nice job.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Don Scarborough. Everybody give him a nice round of applause. He wins the 12-lap dash. And
Nose to nose, Nerf bar to Nerf bar, wheel to wheel. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag. Got into turn number 1, 3 wide. That gets close. They bump. It's Locke. Locke makes a bump. Scanlon goes almost pit side. It looks to be the 35 of Robbie Summers. As cars scatter all over the speedway, 3 wide does not work with super modified racing most of the time. And it's Bond and Belfiore. 98 Belfiore, 25 Bond. Oh, look at this. Belfiore says, I'm the pole setter. I set the pace. Here we go. Green flag racing. And down through 1. Everybody makes it through okay this time. Here we come off of turn number 2 now. Jeff Locke wheeling racing underneath the 78 of Salmon. Jeff Locke has a good race car here tonight. Gets past Salmon, tries to take it behind the 17 of Cyrus. Up front it's Belfiore and Magner. Magner had a great run at Stafford Motor Speedway. Led most of the race only to run out of fuel. Mike through the field as well, following Russ Wood in the 29. Up front, Belfiore with a good lead. The top 2 have started pulling away from the field. Lichty dives underneath the 0-2. Bellinger moves up a spot. About 10th position. Here comes Russ Wood on the charge underneath the 78. Goes past Samet, they bump. Samet slides up the track. Porter goes by as well. Russ Wood is on the move. Into 6th position now. Wow, Eddie Wickman narrowly escapes hitting the wall off of turn number 4 as he was trying to get around Ben Seitz and David Dugan. Belfiore with a good car out front. Here comes number 1 of Ordway. That's the 61 of Schulich. Axel's forward right. In the way that he took too many of us Mr. Super Modified Championships. Look at Russ Wood. Dives underneath the 37. Takes over another spot. Russ Wood in the top line now. Sets his sights on the 17. On Seitz, dives underneath. There goes Russ Wood into 4th position. All over the back end of Bobby Bond now, looking to take over 3rd spot. Next time by the stripe, 10 laps in this 50-lap event. Justin Belfiore will encounter lap traffic soon. And now Wood is moved into the top 3 position. Drops over Seitz, hangs on for 5th. Locke in 6th. Ordway on the charge in 7th. Good battle now between the 0-2, 61, and 88. That's it. Brandon Bellinger. Dave Schulich Jr. Here comes Mike Ordway. Looking low underneath the 37. That's a battle for 7th position. Ordway down low underneath the 37. Slides and a little up there on the left front of Locke. Locke lets him go. And Schulich breaks on the front stretch. Dave Schulich Jr. slowing on the front chute. Comes to a stop just entering turn number 1. The race is under caution on lap 14. Watch the restart now. Getting a little antsy. Here they come. Green flag. Well, Mark Samet's car took a big jump off of turn 4. Not sure if there's something on there. Here comes Lichty down underneath Mike Ordway. Side by side for 7th position. He takes over the spot. Lichty goes on the charge on the 37 of Locke as well. Mike Lichty coming to life. Here comes Russ Wood underneath Bobby Magner. A battle for gentlemen. The fifth right now, we tighten them up through 3. Here we come through 4. Green flag. Wow, Vern Romanowski almost running out of racing from the back of the back of the block. Meanwhile, up front, look at Mike Lichty on the charge. Lichty has caught up to the rear north bar of the number 1 on the northway. Oh, wow, Brandon Bell gets a bump from Lichty. He hangs on, he's able to continue. Lichty slides underneath the number 1, down the back chute they go, north bar to north bar, wheel to wheel into turn number 3. Lichty takes a position and moves to the front. A big pack of lap cars, big pack of guys in position in the back of the field behind Speedway. Here comes Bond, he's still on the lead lap. Sam is still on the lead lap. They try to get by the 44 and the 02. Up front, it's Belfiore and Wood. Justin Belfiore continues to lead. Russell hanging on a second. Wagner in for third. Bond gets by the 02. Here comes Salmon now. Salmon underneath the 44. Trying to work his way through inch by inch by inch. Salmon goes by the 44. Russ Wood. Lap 39. Lap's taken away, and Wood is on the charge. Russell now starts to work the 98. Will Justin Belfiore be able to hang on with just 10 to go? One can see that Belfiore is not handling the corners. Russell sets up high. Wants the diamond off to come off low. Can't do it off in turn number 2. He's going to tuck in behind the 98 and Haywood. Belfiore makes a mistake. 2 veterans at work up front. A 6-time champion and a All-Star Classic champion. Doing battle. Wood and Belfiore. Weekends. Now here they go. Wood down low underneath up in turn 4. Side by side, wheel to wheel. Belfiore continues on. Action down in turn number 2. And still Belfiore for the lead. Down the back chute. They've got lap traffic coming. They still run side by side up the 4. Great battle for the lead. Down into turn 1. It's Belfiore and Wood. Still side by side off of 2. They're going to complete lap number 44. Justin Belfiore hangs on the outside. What a battle for the lead. Belfiore now takes over from Wood. He's going to have to work his way through lap traffic. Just 5 more circuits to go. Here comes Justin. All the way back into the 51. He's lost down low. Be careful, Justin. He gets by the 51. Here comes Wood as well. Oh, we've got a car off of turn 1. It's Mike Ordway. Ordway breaks off of turn 1. Sparks fly as he exits the track. Holy smokes. Woo. We nestle up. Going into turn number 3. Here we come off of 4. Green flag. Belfiore right away feels the pressure of Wood. Wants to show the line. Wood a little loose off the corner. Rocket Bob Summers trying to put through the field. 5 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The race is on for victory. Wood all over the back end. 4 more seconds. Just 4 laps. Russell Wood lays back in the front. His players going to charge. How about Mike Ordway working his way from the back to pack as well? Keep your sights set on the top 2. Belfiore and Wood. teammate rushes in to say congratulations, Justin Belfiore, on buckling. Well, as the drivers unbuckle, fans, I want to ask you, did you have a good time with the ISMA Super Modifieds? Do you want to see them back at Airborne Park Speedway? I can't hear you. Do you want to see the Supers back next year? All right. What a run, Bobby Magner, two-time Mr. Super Modified. Gets it home. We're going to talk to Justin Belfiore, second place finisher. How about a round of applause for this guy, driving injured tonight? Justin Belfiore, we thought you were going to bag a win here tonight. What a race, side by side, wheel to wheel. How do you feel? And man, how do you feel about coming in second?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm a little tired right now, but this thing was really good first part of the race. Started getting tight, then it got loose, and I knew Russ was back there for a long time, and he had a good car, so I was happy to hold him off as long as I did. Hopefully the fans enjoyed it. You know, we tried to put on a good show for you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Belfiore, second place finisher. Real quick, a two-time Mr. Super Modified. Bringing it home for third tonight. How about a round of applause for Bobby Magner? Ladies and gentlemen, this guy has been so close the last couple of weeks, only to run out of fuel. How worried were you tonight about fuel?
Not. We got that all taken care of.
Bobby, what a run you had. How happy are you to see your teammate Russ Wood in victory lane tonight?
I didn't have anything for those guys, but it was great to watch. I'll tell you, thank you guys for coming out. This only amps us up more to see you guys in the stands. Hope we put a great race on for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Magner from Oswego, New York. And now let's talk to your winner from Pelham, New Hampshire, six-time ISMA champion, Russ Wood. Well, we're going to get victory lane real quick. Russ is sweating down here. Looks like he needs a water. He works pretty hard there. Russ is going to draw the 50-50 winner for ISMA. They can pick it up at the ISMA trailer. Russ, real quick, man, what a race you had with Justin Belfiore. Two old guys from Star going at it tooth and nail out there. Congratulations on a huge win here tonight at Airborne.
Yeah, thank you. That was a wicked, good old-fashioned race. Justin's as clean as they come, and haven't had that much fun in a long time. Kyle was really good, and he's getting tight as a longer run, so I knew when that restock come up in the end, I might have a shot at him, but I'd like to thank him for running me clean. I'd really like to thank Airborne for having us here. Awesome place. Hopefully he'll have us back next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, six-time ISMA champion, Russ Wood. We're going to draw.
5 down. We're ready to go back to green. Here they come off turn 4. LeVere gets a good jump. He'll lead him to the stripe. Stone Cold Steve Brissett on the outside, runs in that number 2 spot. Captain Thunder looking to the inside of the 59. Really trying to make that inside move as they come into turn 3. No, Donor backs off. Brissett will hold on to that number 2 spot at least for now. Speedy Brissett out onto the back stretch and out into the bunker. Caution, flag is out. There's LeVere on the inside. Brissett on the outside. Back for another try at the restart. We're under green. Once again, LeVere gets the jump. It's a little bit high, coming off turn 2. Opens up the door on the inside, and here comes Stone Cold. Stone Cold Steve Brissett on the inside. Chris LeVere on the outside. Side by side for the lead as they come off turn 4. Again, the 4 car drifted up toward the top of the racetrack. It works. LeVere drives by coming off turn 2. And here comes Brissett right back on the inside. Captain Thunder's got a great view of the battle going on for the lead. LeVere on the outside and Brissett on the inside. The 59 bobbles a little bit coming off turn 1. Give LeVere a chance to get down to the bottom of the racetrack if he wants. The car's been working fantastic on the outside. 3 cars have pulled away from the 4th place battle between Donor and Archer. Chris LeVere is your leader. And Donor leads 2nd and 3rd. Justin Donor is 4th. Brian Archer 5th. Good battle for the 6th spot between the 11 of Jimmy Barnum and the 77 New York of Chris Clark. Five to go, next time by. 10, the next time by. And still Lavere, but here comes Brissett on the inside once again. Brissett pulls right alongside, but Lavere will use that momentum to lead them down to the stripe. Lavere is the fantastic work on the outside, and he just pulled by the 59 as they come down the front stroke. Again, Brissett tries the inside, drifts up a little bit, opens the door further inside for the 95. Here comes Donor, and Rick Donor is going to take second spot away from Stone Cold. And we'll see if he's got anything for the Chris Lavere number 4. And now Brissett back to the inside of the 95. Those two battle for the second spot. Lavere loves that battle. He wants to see those two cars bang on each other. Gonna let him drive away. He's got 3 car lengths on the 95. It's the biggest advantage he's had on those two. But look out, the 4's off the pace. Maybe that shifting problem continues on the 4 car. Yes, he's got it refired once again. This happened a few weeks ago. And it's happened again to Chris Lavere in car number 4. Now he's going to have to battle to get back to the top spot. Rick Donor is your new leader. Lavere is second as he works by Brissett on the outside. Here comes Justin Donor to join the battle. He's gained on these top 3 cars. Rick Donor, your leader. Chris Lavere is second. White flag is out. Up the backstretch, the final time. Donor has 2 car lengths on Lavere. He's got 3 on Steven Brissett. Into turn 3, the final time. It's still a 1 car length advantage now for Captain Thunder. Checkered flag is out. Rick Donor, your winner. Chris Lavere, second. Third spot goes to Steve Brissett in the 59. Justin Donor finishes 4th. 5th spot will go to the 21 of Brian Archer.
All right, Rick, we'll get a word with Rick Donor. And Chris Lavere, again, just confirmed with him that's exactly what happened with about 2 laps to go. Car jumped out of gear coming off of turn number 2. That's a problem that he wrestled with successfully last week, but it bites him once. And that was enough for Rick Donor to work past and get his 4th win of 2010. Came into the night 3rd in points. Rick Donor, everybody, give him a nice round of applause. Just down the road in Ausable Forks. Rick will make his way around, and there was a lot of side-by-side, 3-wide racing as you tried to work your way to the front of the field. Come on over this way. Tell us about your drive towards the front. A lot of side-by-side racing that you had to deal with.
Yeah, I just followed those 2 all the way up through, and once I got in the open, after I got away from him leaking oil all over the place, I don't know where that came from. I finally got in my own lane. I started catching Chris, and all of a sudden, I don't know, he just dropped right off.
Well, it's the same problem that he had a couple of weeks ago, and it might have been you winning a couple of weeks ago as well. The car jumped out of gear.
Yes, it did. When he jumped out, it was my van. I just took it. It was there, so I just made sure I stayed a good distance in front of him.
Well, congratulations on your 4th win. You're closing in on the points and putting yourself right back in the thick of things as well there.
As long as I get second, I'll be happy.
Well, congratulations, Rick Donor, win number 4.
Thank you.
All right, Rick.
Scott Richner is closing in on that 11 car as we approach the midway point. Richner and now just a car length and a half behind Mike Whalen in the 11. Getting 7 or 8 car lengths back to Curtis LeGrave in the 72. Here comes Richner. Now, he thought about making an inside move, but backed off. Whalen continues to lead it. With a 21 in second. LeGrave slowly gaining. Now Richner looking to the inside. We got a slower car in front. Whalen shuts the door. Drifts a little bit high. There's room on the inside, and here comes the 21. Whalen's got him at the line, but the 21 has the inside line. We'll see if Whalen can make that 11 stick on the outside and hold on to his lead. Complete lap number 10 this time by. Whalen on the outside, nose in front. Richner coming right back in the 21. He's got the lead through turn number 3. Scott Richner, your new leader in the 21. Mike Whalen in the 11, back to the number 2 spot. Waiting, hoping the 21 will make a mistake. Right now, Richner looks very strong in that lead spot. Wade Whitney's 24 is headed back to the garage area as he is slow in turn 1. I don't know if Curtis LaGrave is going to have enough time. He'll be just really go next time by, but slowly gain those top 2 cars. Good battle for the number 4 spot now between Bordeaux and the 23 and Collins and the 22. They run together off turn 4. Two to go this time by for Scott Richner, looking for career win number 1. Richner leads the way. Whalen is second. McGrave is third. We've got a car spinning in turn 3. That's the Collins 22. Caution flag is out. That's the last thing Scott Richner wanted. It's going to allow the LaGrave 72 to start right on his back bumper. Big start here. Richner looking for career win number 1. Can he get the jump on Whalen? Green flag is out. Whalen had the lead at the line. Can he get it done on the outside? Will Richner continue to make that inside line work to perfection? White flag coming out this time by. Richner on the inside, Whalen on the outside. Whalen sticks a nose in front. Richner coming right back. Here comes Duravage in the 88 to look to the outside of the 72. Any one of those top 4 cars could win. Richner on the inside, Whalen on the outside. They continue to run side by side. Checkered flag coming out. We've got 2 cars off in the bunker, but the lead battle is up front. Richner on the inside, Whalen on the outside. Down the stretch they come in. Richner gets career win number 1 by half a car length. The 11 of Mike Whalen finishes second. 3rd spot goes to the 72 of Curtis LaGrave. 4th spot will go to Josh Duravage. And April Bordeaux rounds out the top 5 in car number 23.
All right, thanks, Rick. Rouse's Point native is about to climb out of his car. First career win for Scott Richner. It's always a cool thing. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. Scott Richner wins for the first time in his career. Come on over, Scott. I'm thinking back to some of the aches and pains that you went through, but now they're all worth it. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I knew it would come one of these nights. It was a good race. Mike ran me clean. I got to thank my sponsors, Bushy's Auto Repair, Lacquer Shop Collision Center, Larry Matat's Auto and Paint, Moore's Fork Sheet Metal, and Duck's Auto Parts.
Wow, you've got this polished. You even remembered all the sponsors at your first time here. Now, first lap, Rick talked about it during the call of the race. You kind of got shuffled back, and then you had to plug your way 1 car at a time back to the front. So you did a nice job of really showing some patience and realizing you still had 15 laps basically to work with.
Yeah, that's a lot of the problem with the Bombers. A lot of guys try to win on the first lap, but after 3 years, you kind of learn to be patient.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy this one. It's been a while, but now it's here. It's got to feel good.
Thanks.
Scott Richner, everybody.
That will wrap up another night of Motorsports Magazine from the Airborne Speedway in Plattsburgh. And Rob, what more can you say about the International Super Modified Association? A fantastic finish with Russ Wood beating Justin Belfiore on the final lap.
Fast. And we talked to the ISMA officials afterwards, and they were all beaming. Some of their earlier shows have been a little bit of a struggle for them. Not so tonight. We saw wheel-to-wheel racing around this track at an average of about 115 miles an hour, running inches apart. And with those race cars, those wheels touch, and you got a big mess. So you get 2 accomplished drivers, guys that have been at it as long as Russ Wood and Justin Belfiore running out front at the time. And some of the magic that can happen with that division. Now, if you'd never seen the Super Modifieds before and you were at the Airborne Speedway tonight, you have to leave this place impressed with it's the power, it's the handling, it's everything about that division, which makes it the world's fastest short track division. And I think just the ultimate short track race car, a great race and a huge success. And hopefully we'll see him again next year.
Certainly, the response from the crowd in terms of applause was at the end was something we haven't seen here in a long time.
Parati was smiling big too because I think the entire month of July has been a huge success for this racetrack up to this point. I mean, we're 3 weeks into July. The July 3rd show was huge. Last week we had an excellent crowd with the American Canadian Tour. The crowd this week, not quite the same size as the fireworks show, bigger than the crowd that we had last week for the American Canadian Tour, and the people certainly saw their money's worth. That was just a fantastic finish for the super modifieds. When we saw a white flag lap pass in that division. It's not something you can go to super modified shows for a long time and not always see a finish like that, and just a classic finish for those guys.
And it wasn't just the super modifieds tonight. In the Renegade feature, a great show put on by the 11 of Raptoy and the 6 of Provost.
Lance Raptoy was able to work the outside to get to the front, and at one point, with maybe 3 or 4 laps to go, lost the lead to the 6 of Chad Provost, but was able to persevere, got the lead back down on the inside, ended up winning by a couple of car lengths. But again, it was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for Lance Raptoy and crew from Fairfax, Vermont.
In the mini-modified division, what is wrong with the 4? Why can't he get that fixed?
Well, it just the gear skipped out again. It's the same thing that bit him a couple of weeks ago. He was able to maintain and fight off the issue last week when he won the non-points race, but one little hiccup and it cost Chris the race. And Rick Donner was in the right place at the right time to take advantage.
For the second time.
Yeah. He won a couple of weeks ago in the same fashion. But a good battle between those cars. Steven Brissett was in the mix up there. Levere, of course, was in the mix again, fighting back. Justin Donner closed late. And we saw 3 and 4 wide racing at the start of that race that made for really good action.
In the Bomber division, Scott Richner survives some contact on lap 1, which could have very easily ended his night. He made a nice save in turn 1 after drifting to the top of the racetrack, kept the car in one piece, and came back to get the win.
Always neat to see a driver pick up their first career victory, and Richner said he's been at it for 3 years. Think back to that first year when he really had some growing pains and was figuring out the division. And then last year you could see certain strides of improvement, really making progress. And then this year he is right in the thick of things. He's near the top of the points. This will help. I think he was 3rd coming into the night, but within 20 points of the top spot. This will help close the gap a little bit. And we saw some of the other top point guys as well that were right near the top at the finish. Curtis LaGrave Jr. in the 72 finishing 3rd, and I think he was 2nd in points coming into the night. Josh Duravage was also, I think, in the top 5 on the finish.
In the modified shootout, 12 cars, 12 laps, $1,200 to the winner on the line. An extra $400 for Patrick Dupree because he chose to start in the number 12 spot after drawing the 6th spot. Don Scarborough started on the outside of the front row, and he grabbed the lead on lap 1 coming into turn 2 and just drove away from the field and ended up beating Dupree by about 3 seconds.
I think if he had 4 or 5 more laps, Patrick Dupree would have made it very interesting, but it was a 12-lap dash for the cash. I think a success with that as well. I mean, it played out very well. It was entertaining. People were able to keep an eye on Patrick Dupree in the back. Don Scarborough was trying to run away and hide out front, and things just worked to his advantage. There was not a yellow flag. If a yellow flag flies in that feature, the 12-lap shootout, then I think it brings Dupree right into the mix, and I think it would have been very likely that he would have won. But there was not a yellow flag, and Don Scarborough had built up enough of a lead. Patrick Dupree was turning lap times that were about 0.2 of a second quicker than Scarborough, but by the time he got to 2nd, he was a half front stretch behind the number 11, and the Brandon Bandit with a nice payday for a 12-lap race.
And he debuts the new Bicknell, and it's 1 for 1.
And he said the reason why he brought it out, it's a car that he's been working on, but the old Red 11's been taking a pounding, a beating this season because he's been racing so much, running Fridays at Malta, Saturdays here at Airborne, and then Sundays down at Devil's Bowl. So it's a new car that I think we'll see more of based on the way it ran for him tonight.
Award time on Motorsports Magazine. First, the Watson Glass Driver of the Week. We've already discussed it. It is unanimous, and the winner is?
I forgot. Who did we say? Richner! Oh, that's right. Of course, Richner won his first career victory. That's an easy call. Good for him.
And
Don't put me on the spot again with this next one.
Well,
I remember this one, actually.
Well, I will put you on the spot then. The Hard Charger Award for the certificate from Frenier's Automotive Service and Towing. I actually looked up what FAST stood for this week, so now I know.
Good.
And the winner of that one is...
Well, he started 12th and finished second, but Patrick Dupree from Saranac Lake with the Saranac Country Store 24 ends up in the second spot. Good enough for the Hard Charger Award tonight.
We want to thank our underwriters for the Motorsports Magazine program, Adirondack Water Systems and Ormsby Realty. We'd like to thank our videographer, Gene Gagne from OutsideGroove.com. Happy birthday, Gene. Gene is celebrating a birthday on Sunday. He's turning 42 years old, and he's going to celebrate with birthday cake and chicken wings. What a great combination.
And Rolaids. Better have the Rolaids along, Gene, too.
That'll be the day after. Thanks to Rob Knowles for his work on commentary as well. For one final time from the Airborne Speedway, ISMA night goes great. The big winner, Russ Wood from Pelham, New Hampshire. Have a good night, everybody.